cat's on, let's just set it up even calmer. As he comes, there you go, good. Beautiful. One more. There you go, beautiful. That reach, and any time you move, that should be that, yeah? And then the controls down the middle, all right?
Yeah. That's what
control, smooth, relax.
Episode 1 of All Access opens with a raw, unfiltered look inside Anthony Joshua's training camp as he prepares for his fight with Jake Paul, immediately throwing viewers into the atmosphere of a real heavyweight grind. Netflix captures the seriousness in Joshua's demeanor the moment he steps into the gym, where two things become instantly noticeable: his gigantic frame and the surprising speed with which he moves. His size isn't just for show, every muscle looks like a tool crafted for a specific purpose, built for explosive reactions and high-level athletic demands. The episode lingers on moments where Joshua quietly rotates his shoulders, rolls his hips, and flicks what appears to be a lazy shadow punch that is anything but lazy. It's muscle rehearsal, rhythm building, and rehearsal of mechanics perfected over years. Strength and conditioning sequences show him pushing immense weight before immediately shifting to pad work where his coach fine-tunes small technical details. That contrast between raw power and delicate precision becomes the central theme, illustrating a fighter shaping every part of his body and skill set for one night.
With AJ from his Instagram on Saturday night, right? And he was like in with, was it Skins, I think? Skins. Yeah. With two girls, right? Going, great to be out at the gym, enjoy. You know. So my mate sent me a message going, are you happy about this? Right? Going, I know. He goes, and I said, I was quite surprised. I was like, oh, he didn't stop saying how tired he was the other day. Do you know what I mean? So I sent him a message going, not too late, please. And he comes straight back with a picture of him on the couch going, this is me now, don't worry.
The good thing is though, if people are like from his camp, they'll be naive enough to go, oh, he's out and about. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't take it this seriously.
You got to tick all boxes with boxing because it's physical. You got to do your strength conditioning. You know, you got to have strong legs. That's your foundation. You got to have good core, which is important. You got to have good stamina because you want to be working, exploding on your opponents. It's the first one to get tired. You break your opponent down, and when he starts getting tired, you pounce on him. The most important is the training with your coach and the sparring. When you've got your strength, your legs are strong, your core is strong, you're fit, you then go and work on your technique and how to improve.
The pad work portion of the episode shifts into something almost meditative, with Joshua flowing through combinations as his trainer calls them out, displaying instincts sharpened by years and thousands of repetitions. Yet even with such experience, viewers see subtle adjustments happening in real time: a tighter guard, new angles, reminders to stay loose until the exact moment of impact. These pad sessions are portrayed not as performance for cameras, but as the lab where power is shaped into purpose and technical execution is refined. Netflix highlights how every drill has intention, pushing off the front foot, resetting balance, keeping the guard aligned, and preparing Joshua to convert his enormous mass into single-shot force while still maintaining endurance for the full 8 rounds. The discipline and deliberate nature of each movement emphasize that this camp is built around precision and efficiency rather than showmanship.
Beautiful, that's beautiful boxing. Good, that's lovely, Josh. And again, pop that long jab. There you go, and again. There you go. Beautiful, pop that long one too. Finish it up. One more. One more. Beautiful, good. That's what we've got to bring him on to. Nobody can take them. Who can take them? Nobody.
Yeah.
Downstairs. Beautiful, good. Set him up again with that feint. Breathing, feinting, that's it, nice and calm. Beautiful, we go with that 1-2 again. There you go, beautiful. As long as you do the timing on it, that's all that matters.
Because early on, if you look for power, you waste energy, then that power evaporates. When they're tired, you ain't got the power to take them out, so you've got to open up in the gap for no reason. So just relax, flow.
Just pop off
Good
that
feet,
reach.
you were saying.
Just pop off that reach, and any time you move, that should be that, yeah? And then the controls down the middle, all right?
Yeah.
Sparring is presented as a masterclass in controlled chaos, the place where training theories meet reality and humility. Joshua cycles through different sparring partners, each selected for a distinct challenge. Some mimic speed, others simulate awkward southpaw looks, and some simply test his durability and ability to stay composed under pressure. The atmosphere is intense yet calculated, with coaches frequently clapping not as applause but as cues to emphasize corrections they want Joshua to internalize. When he absorbs a clean shot, it's reviewed analytically, how it got through, what mistake allowed it, how to eliminate the error going forward. The repetition of correcting, adjusting, and performing again is shown as the process through which raw ability transforms into fight night execution. Between rounds, viewers see intimate moments, Joshua breathing heavily, tapping gloves with partners, exchanging small comments, and calibrating his feel for the ring, capturing the mental and physical evolution happening session by session. The heavy bag segment reveals Joshua's engine in full force, with each punch delivering thudding weight but never thrown carelessly. The bag becomes a rhythmic metronome and a reflection of intent as Joshua drills patterns, double jabs, body shots, angle changes, and looping right hands delivered with technical precision and torque from his hips. The episode shows him shifting intensity, sometimes unleashing full-throttle bursts to condition his body for high lactic output, other times practicing micro-adjustments like foot placement, balance changes, or wrist alignment. This portion of training highlights how the heavy bag isn't just conditioning work, it's practice in maintaining accuracy under fatigue, teaching the body to remain sharp even when energy drains. Netflix captures the raw sweat, the sound of impact, and the focus in Joshua's eyes as he builds the mechanics needed to dismantle an opponent like Paul.
Was smashing the heavy bag in camp. Will he become three-time world champion?
The episode then slows down to quieter scenes where Joshua sits between rounds with a mask on and a heart monitor flashing, underscoring the meticulous structure of his camp. This isn't a celebrity athlete dabbling in boxing, it's a craftsman rebuilding and reinventing himself after his knockout loss in September 2024. The narrative brings up the public questions about whether Joshua remains the same fighter and shows how he has spent time redefining himself through rehab, new strategies, and heavy physical work. Conditioning takes center stage as viewers witness brutal sessions, sled pushes, weight vest runs, awkward object carries, medicine ball throws, and ring sprints, all designed to build an engine powerful enough for a man his size to move like a much lighter athlete. The episode also highlights how his coaches carefully manage workload, ensuring his mass becomes an advantage rather than a burden. Strategy for the fight is discussed, 8 rounds, 10-ounce gloves, and a rhythm that demands immediacy. Joshua and his coaches talk about urgency as if the rounds are ticking explosives. Human moments soften the edges, Joshua joking with sparring partners, teasing his strength coach, and checking in with family, showing that beyond the power and pressure, he is a man focused on leaving a legacy. The episode closes with a cinematic moment of Joshua re-entering the ring, gloves raised, breathing controlled, embodying a fighter preparing not just with strength, but with intention.
Relax. Last minute, mate, that'll do you then. Uppercut. Good. Right hand. Good. 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 Left hook high. Good. Uppercut high. Hang it.
While Joshua trains, the broader boxing world debates the safety and legitimacy of the fight. Former heavyweight champion David Haye delivers stark warnings on Sky News, saying Jake Paul is essentially risking his life by stepping in against the 6 feet 6 inches, 2-time heavyweight title holder. Early betting odds reflect this danger, making Paul a massive underdog. Haye bluntly claims the fight shouldn't proceed, fearing a catastrophic outcome if Joshua unleashes on Paul without quick referee intervention. In contrast, Louis Durkin, president of the Association of Ringside Physicians, offers a different perspective in USA Today Sports, stating he has no medical concerns for the 8-round contest. He acknowledges Joshua's size and Paul's underdog status but emphasizes that the matchup doesn't cross safety thresholds. The episode also captures emotional reactions from Jake Paul's own family when he revealed the fight through FaceTime. His mother responded with shock and fear, admitting she was terrified. His father initially laughed in disbelief before offering full support, insisting the world will be stunned when Jake knocks Joshua out. Logan Paul reacted with a mix of fear, shock, and humor, questioning his brother's sanity yet acknowledging the enormity of the moment. The narrative transitions into analysis of Saudi boxing chief Turki Al-Shika's comments, where he openly states he wants Joshua to brutally defeat Paul, sparking widespread discussion. Analysts weigh in on fight predictions, some expecting Joshua to end the contest in the first round, while others, like heavyweight Lawrence Oakley, believe the fight may stretch longer depending on Paul's ability to land shots. The interview dives deeper into Joshua's place in the sport, Jake Paul's growing respect among fans, and even Logan Paul questioning Jake about whether he was under the influence when calling out Joshua. Jake insists Joshua is stiff, with no rhythm, and that he intends to expose him.
Is that a real conversation?
Jake's a fucking lunatic, and it's probably real. I saw Joshua knock out Francis Ngannou, and the guy was like out cold for 5 minutes, and this is a guy who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
If he steps in the ring with him, and actually a bell rings and there are punches thrown, every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxer.
The next interview examines the official fight rules and context surrounding the matchup. Jake Paul, who has built a 12-1 record by defeating older, smaller, or less experienced opponents, now steps into the highest-risk challenge of his career against Anthony Joshua. The press release reveals crucial details. The bout will be a fully sanctioned professional heavyweight fight recorded on both men's permanent records, contested over 8 3-minute rounds, with Joshua capped at 245 pounds and both fighters wearing 10-ounce gloves, the same size Joshua wore during his victories over elite opponents like Klitschko and Ngannou. Joshua, coming off a knockout loss to Daniel Dubois, declares he is returning with renewed hunger and intends to break the internet by dismantling Paul. Dana White also speaks on the fight, calling it a terrible idea for Paul but admitting the world will tune in to witness the outcome many have anticipated. The interview revisits Joshua's history with crossover fights and his favorable view of Jake Paul years before they ever became opponents. While many criticized Paul's early career, Joshua maintained that Paul's presence and willingness to take risks benefited boxing. Paul, in turn, responds to critics by arranging the biggest test of his career. With massive financial stakes, public pressure, and widespread skepticism, the fight carries a unique tension that blends spectacle with genuine danger.
They said, fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed...
The final interview explains how Paul's path diverted from a planned fight against Gervonta Tank Davis toward a drastically bigger challenge in Anthony Joshua. Joshua, a former Olympic gold medalist and 2-time heavyweight champion known for his devastating one-punch knockout power, represents a level of opposition far beyond anything Paul has previously faced. Paul openly acknowledges the danger, admitting he is scared but determined to prove himself. After the Davis fight collapsed due to domestic violence allegations, Paul accepted the Joshua fight on short notice, insisting he is ready to shock the world. He boldly proclaims that he will knock out and embarrass Anthony Joshua on December 19 live on Netflix, despite being viewed as a massive underdog. The interview reviews Paul's polarizing career, his victories over retired MMA fighters, his lone loss to Tommy Fury, and his recent move back up to heavyweight. Training clips surface showing him landing a powerful overhand right on ranked heavyweight DeAndre Savage, fueling debate over whether he can threaten Joshua. As the segment concludes, the narrative frames Paul's challenge as unprecedented, a YouTuber stepping into the ring against a destructive, elite heavyweight, and leaves viewers anticipating a clash unlike anything boxing has seen.